And we are tracking breaking news: a shooting at that elementary school in Uvalde. Again, that's about 80 miles west of San Antonio. We've learned that 14 children and one teacher are dead. The shooter also dead.
Let's take a live look now from Uvalde. This is the Civic Center there. It is being used as a reunification center right now for parents and children.
Yeah, this is a live look from the scene in Uvalde.
And here's a live look from Uvalde Memorial Hospital. Here's what we know so far. The hospital saying it received 13 children via ambulance for treatment after an active shooter was reported at Robb Elementary School. Now, the hospital at the time said 2 people were dead on arrival. The hospital says 2 children have been transferred to San Antonio for medical treatment, and another child is expected to be transferred as well. Another hospital there, University Hospital, says a 66-year-old woman was in critical condition. Uvalde police say the shooter is in custody. Now let's take a look at the timeline of events. Police say the shooting happened at 11:32 this morning. At 12:17 p.m., Uvalde CISD officials said there was an active shooter at the school and that law enforcement was on site. All campuses in that district were then placed on lockdown because there was gunfire, but that students and staff were reportedly safe in those buildings. Then at 1:06 p.m., Uvalde police reporting the shooter was in, quote, police custody. At 2:47, Uvalde Memorial Hospital confirming those 2 deaths. About an hour later, around 3:45, Governor Greg Abbott confirming 14 children and a teacher were dead. 15 people killed in this school shooting.
The shooter was Salvador Romas, an 18-year-old male who resided in Uvalde. It's believed that he abandoned his vehicle and entered into the Robb Elementary School in Uvalde with a handgun, and he may have also had a rifle, but that is not yet confirmed according to my most recent report. He shot and killed horrifically, incomprehensibly, 14 students and killed a teacher.
The governor speaking just a few moments ago. Our reporter on the scene, Anayeli Ruiz. Anayeli, tell us exactly where you are there in Uvalde.
Well, hey guys, we're outside of the Civic Center here in Uvalde, and as you can see behind me, a lot of people are outside kind of waiting for more news, more information. Heavy police presence out here. Border Patrol is all over the area. We've seen choppers, lots of DPS troopers. We also do know that ATF Houston agents are here on the scene. They're assisting the police department with their investigation. The FBI is also here. Just a few moments ago, the police chief for the school department did give a brief statement. Didn't really provide much information other that they are investigating a mass shooting out here. But I just want to tell you guys, while we've been here, we've just noticed families coming in looking for any information on their kids, and that is the most absolutely heartbreaking thing that I've had to see out here. Parents split between here and the hospital trying to find any details on their kids. We do know that there were second, third, and fourth graders here, and as you can see behind me, now more families even arriving just now. All of the families are being asked to stay inside, and that is where officials are trying to update them with any information. And again, they've asked the media to stay outside, but of course we'll continue to follow this and bring you guys the very latest. Reporting live in Uvalde, Anayeli Ruiz, KHOU 11 News.
Stay with us a few moments if you don't mind. You're one of the only reporters on the scene, if not the only reporter there. So we want to ask you as many questions as possible. I know you just arrived there. There are parents behind you. Have you had a chance to speak to any of them yet?
I just spoke to a man. He's actually looking for his 4th grade daughter right now. Just with tears in his eyes, he was asking me to help him, and I'm just heartbroken because I could not help this man. Obviously, we don't have any information. Officials are still trying to gather information themselves, but it's just absolutely heartbreaking to see these parents, who send their kids to school to learn and obviously don't expect something like this to happen. So these parents are just heartbroken and just want any info on their kids. And we do understand that there is a process that investigators have to go through. But again, the waiting is just, I think, what's tearing these parents apart.
It's just beyond heartbreaking. And Anayeli, you were there at the border covering border stories. Did you see a lot of law enforcement that converge on Uvalde?
Yes, and like I said, we've seen a lot of Border Patrol agents are actually out here right now helping, because you got to remember Uvalde is a small town, about probably 17,000 people, not very many people here. So they obviously need as much help as possible. We do see, like I said, ATF agents on scene. We know San Antonio Police Department is also sending some help. So a lot of help from outside agencies, which is always good to see, when such tragic events take place.
Anayeli, you mentioned obviously where you are is where parents are trying to figure out where their kids are, if they're at local hospitals, if they're okay. I know you just got there, but do you have a sense of any sort of process? Is there one person that they're being directed to speak with and then being led to other places? Or how are parents able to locate their children?
Right now what we know is that they do have a place for parents to be at the hospital who are waiting to hear to know if their family members are there. And they also have a spot here. So a lot of parents are actually splitting. One parent's in the hospital and one parent is here inside the Civic Center. They have them in a room, so I'm not really sure who is actually coming to them, but I do know that the police chief for the local school district is inside. I just talked to the district attorney. He just walked in. He's also in there. So I know a lot of officials are in there and hopefully speaking with his parents and trying to give them some answers as they wait and see, hopefully to hear good news that their kids are okay.
So horrifying there in the town of Uvalde. Anayeli Ruiz, we're going to let you go right now. Obviously, you're going to go gather some more information. We'll check back with you a little bit later there in Uvalde.
Yeah, just heartbreaking out there.